you've been in this hobby for a little bit, you have probably heard of Watchbuys, and you most likely have looked at some of the Sinn watches on the site. This is one of my favorite sites to look at, especially when looking at Sinn. As you guys probably already know, their Watchbuys is the only North American dealer for Sinn watches, and I've known many people that have bought from them. I've not really heard anything secondhand of anything negative. Please chime in on your experience with Watchbuys. But this is just a great place to window shop. What I like to do is just sort them by price. I think it's a more realistic way to look at stuff. And where I've been landing in terms of what I'm looking at for a Sinn is I've looked hard at the 556. I like the Arabics. I especially like the red minute hand, which I think a lot of times that may be a limited edition on some circumstances. I'm not 100% sure. And then as we get into the 104, I love the 104 on the Arabics. Now the only one that has Arabics on the 104 currently is the black dial, unless you're buying like a special edition. So the special edition is that blue dial and that green dial. So I'd like to see more stuff on that. I'm assuming since those special editions sell so quickly that they'll have some more. I think it'd be cool to see a white special edition that had the Arabics on it. This one has caught my attention a bunch of times on the H-Link. This is the 556 with the Arabics. I don't know. Obviously extremely simple. This one does have the date complication, but it's super subtle. I like that. I kind of like that placement of it too as well. This is one that I've considered. I think this one's like 39. Yeah, well, they're 38 and a half. It's probably that probably shies me away from it a little bit. I'm more apt to go towards like the 40 millimeter on these. I don't know if all the 556s. Let's look at one more quick here. Yeah, so all the 556s are 38 and a half, and maybe that's one of the reasons I haven't looked at that. But just scrolling through, the other one that I've really liked that's caught my attention. Now this one's, let's go right here a second. This 104A on the fine link. And there's something about that fine link that I really like. I know that the that H-Link bracelet is extremely popular, but I really love that fine link. And as you guys know, there's a basic Salida movement on those. But that's one there that I super like. The other one that's caught my attention, and it does go up in price a little bit. I think it's the U50. Just not sure about the size of the U50, and I get it mixed up between the U50 and the U1. I know one's a little bit smaller. So here's the U1 right here. Yeah, see that's 44. So the U1 is the 44 mil. The U50 is the newer one, which I believe is right around 40 mil. But this one's got a lug to lug of 50.5, which is doable on my wrist. And that's just a cool design. That's just super unique right there too as well. But I would definitely want that on a bracelet, which as you can see, we're kind of moving up in price too as well. And then the other thing that's kind of interesting to me too is to move up a level and go to the 856 instead, and go with the upgraded steel too as well. As you can see, the cool thing about the 856 is that it goes up in case diameter, so that's a little bit better size. Just a simplistic watch there. It's got a slightly different placement on the date there, but this is definitely one that's a front runner too as well in terms of when I'm looking at watches. But I can get lost in this, guys. And here's the U1 on the bracelet here. That's just an outstanding looking watch. Love the popper red there. It's probably overused as a term, but you can tell that these watches are just over engineered. I mean, just a great brand. Scroll down a little further, get into kind of dreaming zone here. Just a diversity of watches, just super fun to look at. Like I said, I can get lost in the Sinn side. I think the other there's a bunch of different brands on here. The other one that has really caught my attention a bunch of times is this Dornbluth and Son. I particularly like the simple three-hander, no small seconds. This one right here comes with a hefty price tag, but I love the design of this one. It's 42 millimeter. Let's bring that up. But just, I love the simplicity of that white dial. I love the handset there, just the blue, the way that pops. And then I'm just a sucker for Arabics, and especially these applied ones like this. But then you flip this baby over and just absolutely outstanding. They just do a lot of work on these movements, and I'm trying to remember. I used to know it. I think they're just modified. They're modified ETAs, I do believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But they obviously, going back to that, they do a lot of work, and I'm still trying to get better with movements, guys. But like I believe down below there you can see, I guess that's the swan neck regulator. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, whoever, if anybody's watching this. But just the design work on that, it's just absolutely outstanding. Just a beautiful thing to be looking at, and definitely need something that at some point in time I can kind of flip over and take a look at and enjoy that. So that's it. That's kind of what I've been daydreaming about today. Watchbuys is a great site. There's other brands on here, but it's definitely fun to peruse and check out. But as always, guys, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey, and I will catch you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.